Motherhood doesn't come with a manual, and despite what we're told, mothers don't always know best. We learn, adapt, and grow. Most importantly, we are not meant to do it alone. Welcome to Mother Doesn't Always Know Best, a podcast where honest conversations about motherhood, marriage, and raising children, and how to build calmer, more supported, more intentional family lives. I'm your host, Jenny, a mom who realized that motherhood became a little easier when I stopped trying to figure out everything alone and started building systems, community, and support around myself. If you're a mom who wants to feel more calm, confident, and supported, you're in the right place. Now let's begin. Now, there's this idea that the moment you become a mom, you're just supposed to know. You're supposed to know why your toddler is crying, why they want the blue cup or the red cup, why you're supposed to know how to emotionally regulate yourself and your children so they become healthy. You're supposed to know how to be sexy and entice your husband and just overall balancing motherhood. And when you don't, you just think there's something wrong with you. But this is the truth, and no one wants to say it out loud, is that moms don't always know best. And it doesn't make you a bad mom, but it does make you a human one. This podcast exists because I realized something that changed everything for me. The mothers who thrive aren't the ones who know everything, but they're the ones who build systems, seek support, and create a community. And that's what we're going to talk about on this podcast. Welcome to Mother Doesn't Always Know Best. This is a podcast where we have honest conversations about how motherhood, marriage, raising children, and how to level up within your motherhood in a way that makes life easier, calmer, and more intentional. I'm Jenny. I'm a mom who, like many of you, realized that motherhood didn't come with a clear instruction manual. There are moments where I felt overwhelmed, moments where I felt alone, moments where I questioned if I was doing things right. But what I learned was that just waiting to know wasn't the answer. Building systems, finding a community, and becoming intentional was. The biggest shift for me was understanding that motherhood becomes easier when you stop trying to do it alone. Not because you're incapable, but it's just because you were never meant to do it alone. Historically, mothers raised children within villages. There was shared responsibility, shared wisdom, and emotional support. Today, many moms are isolated, and isolation creates pressure. Pressure creates stress, and stress makes it harder to be patient, calm, and present. When I stopped expecting myself to magically know everything, instead, I focused on building community, systems, and honestly, everything changed for me. I became calmer, I became more confident, more present, and not because suddenly I knew everything, but because I stopped carrying everything alone. This podcast is not pretending to have all the answers, but it's about building a motherhood that feels sustainable to you. It's about replacing overwhelm with clarity. It's about creating environments that support both you and your child. And it's about becoming stronger and more supported versions of yourself. Not through perfection, but through intention, because the goal isn't to know everything, but the goal is to build a life where you don't have to figure everything out alone. If this episode resonated with you, I want you to know that you're not alone in this. One of the biggest things that helped me was building a community both myself and my child could enjoy. I eventually created a homeschool toddler co-op, even though I had zero experience. And it changed everything for me. It gave me structure, it gave me connection, and it gave us support. If you're interested in learning exactly how I did that and how I created a homeschool toddler toolkit where I can walk you through step by step how to build your own community and create your own village, you can find that in the link below. And I just want to thank you for being here, for wanting to level up yourself and finding support within your own community and taking charge of your life. Thank you, friend, for being here. And remember, mother doesn't always know best, but mothers who seek support, build systems, and create community become the strongest versions of themselves. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next episode, and I love you. Bye.